What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of A Soundbite You Won't Use, where we talk about the most interesting, bizarre, and hidden audio facts that you will never bring up in regular conversations. I'm your host, YL, and today we're diving into something that we all experience, but rarely talk about. Why do we hear our own voices so differently from how others hear us? Today we're unpacking how we perceive our own voice, specifically the difference between air conduction and bone conduction, and how this not just affects what we hear, but how our brain actually processes sound. Have you ever recorded yourself speaking, maybe singing, maybe even rapping, and thought, wait, there's no way I actually sound like this? It's usually a shock the first time because when we talk, we hear our voices in two ways, both through the air and both through vibrations in our skull. So usually that recording is missing that deep, rich tone that we're used to hearing. When we speak, sound travels in two distinctive ways. Air conduction, which is the traditional route, sound waves move through the air, vibrate the eardrum, and are translated by the cochlea into electrical signals for the brain. Bone conduction, by contrast, bypasses the eardrum altogether. When you speak, vibrations travel through your skull, stimulating your cochlea directly. As a result, you hear yourself with extra depth, which others just don't perceive in the same way. This isn't a trick of the ear. Our brain actually plays a huge part. Studies show that the auditory cortex, where sound is processed, integrates both bone and air signals, but with different weighting. That's why when we hear ourselves on a recording, it sounds a lot flatter than natural because we're missing that internal resonance. Over time, this can even shape self-perception and confidence in how we sound. I can tell you, I remember the first time I heard myself on a voice recording, rapping on a track. My immediate reaction was, that cannot be me. And I know a lot of you have felt the same exact way. It's like a cognitive mismatch. This is why I'm not a recording artist to this day. When I speak live, I sound way much better than an actual recording. So I like to stick with speaking live. So, why should we even care about this? Well, if you're a podcaster, a speaker, a recording artist, or someone just trying to get more comfortable with their voice, knowing these things can help you normalize what you hear. It's still you, just a different channel. So, how can you get more comfortable with recording? Well, first, record yourself consistently. Don't just do it one time. When you listen back, don't just listen back for content, but for tone and rhythm. Next, you can also use visual feedback apps. Some tools show a waveform or a frequency spectrum as you speak, so you can see your voice and how it moves. Finally, experience with different recording environments. I talk about this all the time. Sometimes a quiet room or headphones can let you tune in to subtleties that you never even noticed in your vocals. It's actually quite powerful, hearing yourself in a new way. It can alter your confidence. When you recognize that the voice you fear is just another frequency, it frees you. You realize, hey, that's definitely me, and I can work with it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Soundbite You Won't Use. If you enjoy conversations as such, facts that really get you thinking, then like always, hit that subscribe button. As a matter of fact, hit that share button because everyone, and I mean everyone, loves the fact that they didn't know they needed. Did you need it? Did you care? it doesn't matter because it's still a fact that you didn't know was there. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep that voice alive. I'll see you on the next episode.